Hello? Is anybody there?
Do you remember a time being back in high school, coming home from school, throwing on some MTV, and watching 48 hours straight of Ridiculousness?
No.
Are you telling me there wasn't a time when MTV was just Ridiculousness over and over and over again all day long?
Yeah. Yeah, I am telling you that. It's insane to think about these days.
Have you guys seen, maybe you saw it recently, I think it's every once in a while
it makes the rounds.
It hits a spike that's bigger, and I think this time it hit a pretty big spike of people seeing it, but it's the MTV schedule, weekly schedule, like for their TV programming. I'm gonna throw up a picture of it right here. Huh. Do you guys see anything weird about this TV schedule? Now, if you couldn't already tell, the shows that are highlighted in orange, that's Ridiculousness.
We all know Ridiculousness.
It's a viral video commentary show with Rob Dyrdek and friends, where he just kind of does a little. It's a show where he does little voice.
It's a show where a little man does little voices over little videos.
Yes. Now you might be asking yourself, what the hell am I even looking at right here? This can't be real. And it's not like this is like, oh, Rob Dyrdek week. No, it's Rob Dyrdek week every week at MTV. Go look, just like Google an MTV weekly schedule. Okay, so if you look at this schedule, let's just take a look at Sunday here. Not one other show is on that day.
24 hours
of
ridiculousness.
That is insane.
How fast do you think they're running through the catalog? And are they also how quickly are they producing new episodes?
We will get to that. We will definitely jump back to that.
Let's forget about Ridiculousness and Rob Dyrdek for 1 second. What else is MTV doing? Because I remember MTV as being, when I was growing up, it is different for different people. But my growing up, it was a lot of cringy reality TV, Teen Mom, Room Raiders, Jersey Shore. That's what MTV was. And my first recollections of MTV was a lot of music videos still.
Oh yeah, that's where I found a lot of the songs and bands and music that I like. That got me to where I'm at today.
But obviously it's changed, and it has to change with times to some extent.
Sure, that's completely understandable.
But what's insane is that there's no, even outside of all the ridiculousness, there's no real resemblance to MTV as we knew it. It's it's completely streamlined in a way that is, I'm guessing, maintaining profits, but they're not spending a lot of money.
Now let's go through some of the other programming that is on this schedule here. Monday, Ridiculousness from 6 to 10. Now they jump to a movie. They give you a movie at 10:30 a.m. on a Monday. That's funny in its own right, but they throw on Mrs. Doubtfire for you. Sure.
Okay.
Just a random movie. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with MTV or Ridiculousness or whatever you might associate MTV with.
Yeah, but
whatever.
Okay.
It's a movie. It's something different. So, and then they do another movie right after that. Forrest Gump. Don't even try and figure out why these movies are in a row or what reason they're there. Whatever, they must have rights to these movies, so they're going to use them. Mm-hmm. So, what's after Forrest Gump? Gotta be something good, right?
Just in case you missed the first showing of Mrs. Doubtfire, you get to watch it again. Right after Forrest Gump. Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump, Mrs. Doubtfire. Not only is there no original programming in the main chunk of the day, from 10:30 to 8 p.m., 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m., two of the things are... Mrs. Doubtfire's on there twice.
I could go on a tangent about why that's so insane forever.
Yeah.
What's on after that? Now, there's a show here called Deliciousness. I'm going to just venture a guess that it's some sort of like either cooking competition show hosted by Rob Dyrdek, or it's a viral video show specifically for food-related viral videos.
Because,
also hosted by Rob Dyrdek.
On TikTok and Twitter, food trends go viral. Right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be like...
Sure. There's a lot of funny food shit that happens.
So, according to Wikipedia, Deliciousness is an American comedy clip show that premiered on December 14th, 2020. The series is a spin-off of Ridiculousness and showcases various food-themed videos from the internet.
Okay, so I was partially right in that it's food-themed videos. Whatever. Obviously, they're going to try and do a spin-off of Ridiculousness.
It's a moneymaker,
Whatever.
obviously.
However,
Insane.
It's only for those 4 episodes after second Mrs. Doubtfire on Monday. 8 to 10
p.m.
is Deliciousness. Ridiculousness for the whole rest of the night.
It's nothing original.
What is going on over MTV? Do they not hire any good writers?
They've lost all connection to pop culture, it seems like. Outside of viral internet videos.
This just doesn't make any sense. It's like Rob Dyrdek and maybe like one other guy works at the company.
Yeah.
The other guy is the guy who just like works the computer and puts the schedule in and you know what I mean? And sends it to the broadcasters. And Rob Dyrdek just goes, I don't know what Rob Dyrdek's doing there. He's just
strong-arming.
Just make sure Rob Dyrdek's playing most of the day.
I don't know. I don't understand. He's got to own such a big stake in MTV through his production company, I'm guessing.
So currently, there are 20 seasons of Ridiculousness, 628 episodes. How many half hours are there in a day? 50... 48 episodes on a Sunday, for sure, for damn sure. Every other day, roughly 36 episodes of Ridiculousness.
I mean, that means they run through their catalog pretty quickly, and they probably premiere new episodes, like Fridays or something like that, you know what I mean?
250 episodes a week, roughly. So they run through that catalog in a little less than 3 weeks.
That's insane.
That
just shows episodes? Kind of just how that sort of cable television has kind of been run under. Because that's just shit you put on in the background and like maybe you watch it a little bit, but it's just really like playing. You're not like tuning into it.
I was going to mention that I saw a tweet that said they like Ridiculousness because they use it as background noise.
Yeah.
Which is fine to have because there's a lot of shows that like we can all relate to and use as background noise. But having an entire network
it's the TV
be background noise?
MTV is the TV network version of like Facebook videos or just like any scrollable media content.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all they're really playing is that just like quick fix video compilation. That's basically what you're doing on TikTok. It's what you're doing on a lot of social medias. So it's kind of interesting that that's what is all they do now.
They also post like clips of the show on their YouTube channel.
Wow, he's looking old, huh? I have not seen Rob Dyrdek in quite a long time. I have not watched Ridiculousness in quite a long time.
I went and watched like one of these clips the other day, and I was like, "This show can't be good. It's got to be super cringy. It's got to be super cringy. There can't be any redeeming qualities to it." I went and watched it. It's not terrible.
Of course it's not.
There's
fine. A lot of money there.
It's definitely not the funniest thing to watch.
Yeah,
but it's not terrible.
MTV, like it's just like. They did so many things in the past, like so many different things, and they were always producing original content. And for it now to be, 35% movies that are old, no new movies, and then just a smattering of like Teen Mom OG or
a few
Deliciousness,
originals. Yeah,
and then all Ridiculousness, it's insane. It's wild to me. I wonder what the viewership is like.
That's a good question. I wonder what the viewership is like. The videos get roughly 200,000 views on their YouTube channel, like per video. Some higher, some lower, whatever. And
they're making money on this too, for sure.
Oh, and you can bet. I think they post daily. They post once a day on that channel of clips. Which think about that for a second. How much content they have for this YouTube channel alone? 628 episodes. They're only posting segments of the episodes in 3 to 5 minute increments. I'm sure you could take any parts of the episodes and put them into clip form.
Yeah.
We're talking a 20-minute show, 5-minute clips. You're getting 4 YouTube videos out of one episode. 600 times 4. So they're going to have 2,400. If they're still making new episodes, they can post infinitely on this channel. Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah. I'm guessing they will. I don't think Ridiculousness can end at this point. What would happen to MTV? Would that be the death knell of MTV? Why else would that schedule look like that? Like, he's got to have both influence and tons of money to be propping up MTV like this.
That's a good way to put it. It's basically a Frankenstein network at this point.
That's what it feels like, honestly, the more we talk about it. And Rob's just so charismatic.
No ill will to the guy. I've always liked him. I haven't really had a reason not to like him. Would I even want a show that I liked to play that often on a network?
Right. It kind of devalues it in a way.
Yes, for sure.
To some extent.
That's a good point, because normally back in the day, you're waiting for like your favorite show to come on. It kind of gets you excited for it, and you want to make sure you catch it. Now no one's trying to catch Ridiculousness because you don't have to catch it. It's right there waiting. It's right there waiting for you anytime you want to pick up the remote and switch over to that channel.
But unless you're between the hours of 10:30 and 8 p.m., 10:30 a.m. and 8 p.m., where you might catch Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump, or Mrs. Doubtfire. Chances are you're going to land on Ridiculousness. Like, you don't have to wait for it. And I was going to compare it to other big, like, syndicated shows. Like Seinfeld, The Simpsons, things like that. They still would only play, like, once or twice a day. Once in the morning and then, like, once in the evening.
I can't imagine what the MTV offices are like. What is there? Is anything going on there? Is it a ghost town? What are they doing? They're not producing anything new. They're not writing anything new.
Right.
They might have like one guy in the corner who's like trying to come up with ideas for new shows. Deliciousness.
And Rob Dyrdek's like, I like the ring of that. I like the way that sounds.
Okay, so on their Wikipedia page, there's specifically a part that says scheduling.
Yeah.
That I kind of wanted to go through. It piqued my interest just reading the first sentence, because we might have a glimpse into why the scheduling is the way it is. In July 2020, Michael Schneider and Kay Arthur of Variety wrote that as streaming increasingly becomes the future of television, the model for cable TV is falling apart. That could be seen in MTV, which earlier this year seemed to be giving up by devoting 113 of 168 weekly hours to showing reruns of Ridiculousness. When Variety asked about the program's wall-to-wall scheduling, MTV execs there said that they were missing the point. The linear network is just a single sliver of their business, as MTV Fair might be found on Facebook Watch, or Quibi. I think we know how that went. Or Pluto TV.
What's that?
Is anybody watching that?
I do like their rationalization of it from the manager of Viacom. It was just like, particularly when COVID hit, now there's a lot of people at home. We knew that this show was one that many generations could watch. It cut across different genders. It's laugh out loud. It's escapist.
Yeah.
It's like, she's like, the people wanted Ridiculousness. It's inclusive. Like, it's so weird. Sure. It transcends genders. It's like, what?
John Gonzalez of The Ringer asked point blank, how did MTV become the Ridiculousness network?
Yeah.
That's literally what it is now. And I'm just thinking, younger kids, maybe Gen Z, maybe younger, that's what they're going to remember. That's what they're going to remember it as.
Yeah.
Not that I care what the fuck, how it's remembered, but it's like, it's just how we, like millennials and further, think of it as something much better than what it is now. But it's just weird if you were to ask somebody
what was MTV? They would be like,
"What's MTV?" It's Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, that pretty much sums it up, right? What more can we say about this? It's the state of TV today, though. Like, I mean, for sure, though. When you have all the options we have now, cable TV is so boring.
It's basically Rob Dyrdek's YouTube channel, just not on YouTube.
It's on cable TV.
It's in a less viable place.
Premiere them.
You can make a paywall.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to, you can make a paywall on your YouTube channel and put the new episodes there. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you'd probably get a lot more viewers and money.
If you put all of the money and production in on your YouTube.
Yeah.
You could probably definitely have a bigger reach than what the same cost would get you on MTV. That's crazy.
That's our advice to MTV and Rob Dyrdek, mostly.
All right, well, that about sums it up about Rob Dyrdek and MTV, I think.
I could ponder
we could
about MTV and what's going on over there and Rob Dyrdek for
this could be a new school of philosophy. It could be you could write a thesis. You could write a thesis on this, bro. I know.
If you have any thoughts or opinions about Rob Dyrdek, he'll hear them below. If you like this video, make sure you like this video. If you like this video, make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Kay Arthur of Variety wrote that as wrote that as streaming increasingly becomes the future of television, the model for I can't fucking read. As streaming increasingly becomes the future of television, the model for Are you fucking... God damn it. What?